What's up, y'all? It's your boy P, and welcome back to the channel. Peepod Cove reaction. Listen, basically, UMG told Drake, "Be careful what you wish for." That just ain't legal talk. It's like a personal warning shot. I got a video here from Marcus at Work Media, and we're gonna break it down because the UMG is not playing anymore. The label has taken the gloves off, and I don't know what Arb's got coming next, but he needs to make sure he got good protection and keep his butt in the house because they ain't playing no more. They ready to throw it in, and they were like, "All right, you want to play big dog? Let's roll."
At Work Media, so Drizzy and his legal team have been busy. So apparently they amended their initial complaint, dropped off a few things, and added on a few different things. Now, while they were busy playing hopscotch with their reasoning for this lawsuit, UMG jumped in like a mob boss to warn Drake if he continues with this, he might not want what's coming next.
Man, and listen, yeah, I think it's gonna be reference tracks. I think more of these videos that incident at in the hills there that they was talking about where he lived at in Calabasas. It's not a random thing that all of a sudden that pops up. And the fact that it popped up with DJ Vlad saying it, who's known to be credible, it's even more damaging. So yeah, I need to pay attention to a lot of these things that's about to start coming out.
UMG warns Drake to be careful what you wish for in a new statement over their ongoing legal battle. Drake, unquestionably one of the world's most accomplished artists and with whom we've enjoyed a 16-year successful relationship, is being misled by his legal representatives into taking one absurd legal step after another. In Texas last November, his counsel instituted a legal proceeding with much fanfare and bluster. On Monday, they quietly dropped the case. In New York in January, Drake's counsel filed a defamation lawsuit. Fearful of being sanctioned by the court for asserting false allegations, tonight they admitted the complaint to withdraw them only to add more baseless allegations. 2 weeks ago, his representatives celebrated a win, the granting of a routine discovery motion. That win will become a loss if this frivolous and reckless lawsuit is not dropped in its entirety, because Drake will personally be subject to discovery as well. As the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for.
You got your quote-unquote.
You want to see my stuff? I got to see your stuff. And you've been warned, my brother. You've been warned.
Win with moving forward with discovery, but keep in mind, UMG's like, hey, discovery goes both ways, my guy. Careful what you asked him for, because it can be some depositions attached to them their discoveries. And we're gonna really get to the bottom of if Kendrick claims is true or not when we start asking you about these PDF allegations on court record.
Man, and that's a whole nother ball game. They're gonna go in the hills for those, because a lot of people remember what happened in the hills, boy. This is what's gonna come back to bite you in the butt.
Under oath, because the conversation's gonna go something like, hey, Drake Aubrey Grant, thank you for taking the time with us today. A few questions for you, sir. What was the age of the last woman you dated?
What was that?
To that. Is it true that you dated Lotto's sister when she was just a minor? Any indication of that? Listen to your counsel. Probably don't want to answer.
Did you date Lotto's sister? I think he did, didn't he?
That. Who's Bella? What is your relationship with Millie Bobby Brown? Listen to your counsel.
That one will be.
So you might not want to answer that. So
yeah, that's a lot of questions I don't think he's ready to answer. You know, this ain't even a rap battle anymore. It's about business warfare, at least on Drake's side. But there's a lot of questions that's never going to get answered. And these are things right here that we all want to know. But I don't think we'll ever find out. But I tell you what, he don't drop this lawsuit against UMG, and I predict that some serious allegations going to be out within the next week or two.
You got your discovery to move forward, but understand, if we are allegedly a criminal enterprise, we something like the mob, okay? And you wouldn't be the first person we had to knock off. Not physically, but with your career for sure. Go around and find out with a real one, huh?
Very dubious.
That's a pretty Arby's Angels. You know, they always say, don't hate the player, hate the game. And he thinks he's playing a game he's going to win. But Kendrick's, you know, I'm not even going to bring him up right now, but he's going to understand that the game is rigged to fit UMG's criteria, no matter who you are, what you are. You ain't bigger than Prince or Michael Jackson. And they couldn't beat the goddamn machine. So what makes you think you're any different? Arbery's Angels, y'all need to talk to him. Y'all need to talk to him because y'all don't understand he's fighting a battle that he's not going to win. And the battle with Kendrick Lamar has nothing to do with what he's trying to accomplish or what he's telling you guys he's trying to accomplish. Two different things. One, he got his ass beat in a rap battle. Two, he's losing the negotiation because he got his ass beat in a rap battle. But instead of just going to negotiate, he wants to take the rap battle into the negotiation. But he's not going to sue the guy that defamed him. He's going to go after the label who he's fighting with the contract to renew his contract. Well, I already think that label knows your contract. And they know all about the dirty stuff you did. So eventually you're going to get dragged. You're going to get dragged so much more, bro. So much more. Go ahead, sister. Keep speaking.
Call them slaves. They don't care about his very dubious activities with underage children, allegedly. They don't care about any of that because at their heart, at their core, they feel understood and seen by Aubrey. And, you know, birds of a feather flock together, so those avian tendencies are going to show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yes, this is going to be a very contentious legal battle because if Drake is alleging that UMG, through their licensing agreement with Kendrick, were artificially inflating his streams, what does Aubrey think as a UMG artist that they've done for 16 years for him? And what do they think they are willing?
All right, so there it is. There it is. The beef is over. We just got confirmation that K-Dot won the beef. I mean, we already knew once that lawsuit dropped. We kind of speculated from then, right? Because once that lawsuit came out, it pretty much showed that they laughing at me. So yeah, this is clear evidence for anybody who's still on the fence about who won this battle. There's your answer.
Personal humiliation, mental anguish and suffering, emotional distress, stress, anxiety, and lost earnings. So yeah, that beef got to him. And as it should, that beef was wild. No one was expecting him to not be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, that was wild. Secondly, there was a lot of talk about Kendrick's performance in the Super Bowl being bad and the numbers being fake and all that. Well, Drake's team himself said that Not Like Us was performed during the 2025 Super Bowl and broadcast to the largest audience for a Super Bowl halftime show ever. Over 133 million people. This filing just really goes to show how much damage Kendrick did, how influential the song is, how influential his Super Bowl performance was. I mean, if anything, this filing just makes Kendrick look better, if we're being just brutally honest about it. I am still dumbfounded that this is the direction they decided to go with this whole, like, filing paperwork and the lawsuit, all that. I don't understand why they would do this. It's just not knowing how to take it out.
Kendrick's Super Bowl performance didn't impact him, and the numbers wasn't that impactful to the culture. Lie detector test determines that also is a lie. See, I like this last filing with UMG. Yeah, they added some things and took out some things. Yeah, cool, whatever. But that's just formalities. But the mob as UMG is really starting to dig their heels into this lawsuit. People thought that they were just going to roll off with this little quote-unquote win of discovery.
Yep.
No. They're not a multi-billion-dollar corporation in not knowing how to use the legal system in their favor. Okay? They got a whole floor of $1,000 an hour lawyers waiting for your next move. See,
that's Marcus at Work Media. Make sure I go over there, check the content out. He's upcoming artist as well. YouTuber as well. But listen, once the label feels betrayed, they stop being your shield. They start being your biggest threat. Drake might just make himself a target inside of his own house, because until this lawsuit goes bye-bye, listen, Drake's in trouble. And I believe he's going to be digging a deeper hole to bury himself in, allegedly, because it's almost like when you're in a sand pit and the more you dig, the sand just comes down and the water fills up inside. He's going to be in quicksand, just threading water in quicksand, because soon enough, it ain't going to be reference tracks. It's going to be personal vendettas against him. And everybody's going to be looking at it like, what's going on? What's going on? Well, Drake got way more to worry about if he don't drop this lawsuit. I don't know what he's chasing. They already offered him what was $200 million. That's probably to start negotiating. Maybe that's what the cutoff is. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think about this whole UMG situation, telling Drake to be careful, and if that's what you want, we will give it to you, because just be careful what you wish for. And let me know down in the comments how you feel about this. Peepod Cove. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.